Okay, welcome to the next week in our distance learning curriculum, and it's the second week of new content. This week is going to begin on the date of April 27th. That should be today's date. And I just kind of want to give you an overview of what you can expect over the course of this week. So through this unit in Edmentum, Unit 3, the focus is on communication, and we're really taking a look at different modes of communication and how each of these different modes shows us something different and helps us better understand the topic or the story in a different way. So we're looking at modes such as plays, films, books, short stories, live performances, maybe even poetry. This week, now, last week we read a play called Trifles, and it was a play about how a man so deprived his wife of her very life force through this extreme isolation that he had forced upon her that she was driven to murder. But the story wasn't just about the decisions that she made, but also the decisions of some of the bystanders to the story. If you've not yet read that play last week, I really encourage you to go back and read that play because this week we're going to read a short story called A Jury of Her Peers. This short story is the same story as that which you read in the play, but it's in a short story form this time. It's written by the same author, and you're going to be asked this week to take a closer look at what you're able to get from these different versions of the same story and how each version shows you something different. This will help lend itself to our exploration of how different modes of communication are influential. It is going to be important for you to have an understanding of some of the different story elements that we've already talked about this year. Edmentum will coach you through each of these story elements as well, but I just wanted to kind of give you an overview of some of the basic story elements. You have point of view, first person, second person, and third person. First person is when the person who's speaking is the one writing, so you're using pronouns like I and me. Second person is when the writer is writing to another individual, so your pronouns are things like you. Third person is when the writer is writing about other people, and so we have pronouns like they, he, she. Characterization. This week, the concept of dialogue is going to be important as we move into a short story. So, dialogue is when you have characters speaking, and in a short story, that's indicated a little bit differently than it is indicated within a play. You can look at how that is different this week. Thinking about main idea versus themes. So, we've talked about main idea and theme this year. Remember that main idea is the main topic or concept that the author is speaking about through the story. And then theme would be the message that the author wants to send to their audience about this topic or concept. Over the course of this week, you can expect this suggested pacing. Today, you are viewing this presentation to give you the preview of the week. Then you're going to start the tutorial for a jury of her peers. Tuesday and Wednesday, you're going to continue working on the tutorial for a jury of her peers, and then return to Google Classroom on Wednesday to respond to the discussion question. This week, I'm posting a discussion question that will be more specifically about the reading selection, and it will be posted as a question in Google Classroom, so you can see your peers' responses, and hopefully you can interact with your peers and have that digital discussion take place there. Then on Thursday, if you choose to come to my synchronous session, we will extend that digital discussion into a live discussion. So that digital discussion should help prepare you for that live discussion as well. If you would like to attend the live discussion this week, it is important that you read the passage, A Jury of Her Peers. So even if you have been exempted from this session, from the pretest, please make sure you read A Jury of Her Peers. And your other two choices on Thursday would be to write a journal entry. I'll post that prompt on Thursday, or to continue with extra work in the tutorial if you are finding you need extra time beyond the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Friday, we'll take the mastery test for this session. If you have any questions or concerns over the course of the week, please remember you can send me an email and I will respond to your email. You can sign up for a session with your parent during my office hours. I have those 3 times a week. And you can attend my synchronous session on Thursday. I will allow for a time during that session where we can open it up to some questions and concerns like I did last week. Please remember, though, that this suggested pace that I'm posting here is only a suggestion. This curriculum is self-paced. You should only spend 30 minutes each day on work for this class. If you fall behind this pace, that's fine. Just do the best you can. Good luck.